If you own a restaurant and you're not on Instagram, think of two things. One is you can think of retiring and thinking of what your next plans are because very soon you will be retired. That's one. The other is getting on Instagram as quickly as possible and milking it to your advantage and taking it's pretty much where you have to be as a restaurant. If you're not a restaurant, I'm going to repeat this. If you're a restaurant and you're not on Instagram, two things. Start thinking of retiring or what your exit strategy is because in a few years you're just going to notice your walk-ins and orders reduced, except you're the complete bomb. Even at that, you're still gonna miss out. According to a research by ZZ, 18 to 35-year-olds spend 5 whole days browsing food on Instagram, and 30% would avoid a restaurant if the Instagram presence was weak. 18 to 35-year-olds. I mean, that means the future for you, if you're not on Instagram and your restaurant, is pretty bleak. And no matter how good your food is, it doesn't even matter because it's a matter of me knowing what I want to eat before that information being presented to me and me going there. You not showing up at all just means you're not part of the conversation. So the main thing is, as a restaurant, you have to be on Instagram right now. The menus for the young cats, the menus for the young folks these days is Instagram. They already know what they're going to eat by browsing on Instagram before they go to a restaurant. Your menu doesn't make sense to them. Your cardboard menu, your menupages.com, it doesn't make sense to them. They want to know exactly what they're going to eat organically. They don't want to look at your website because you could have buttered that food up. They want to see real referral organic visuals to determine. And so they already know. They've decided what they want to eat before you get to your restaurant, before they get to your restaurant, which again also makes you go, I need to speed up my services because if I know already what I want before I get to your restaurant, I want to order as quickly as possible. I'm not browsing through the menu. You see how it's a trickle of events there. So as a business right now, it's very important. I'm sorry, as a restaurant business right now, it's absolutely important that you're on Instagram. Very important because that is where the future is. That's where people are looking to make their decisions. And here are a few things that you want to consider. Create a strategy. Have a strategy. That's why we've created the Instagram guide for you to download. And this guide, opens it up all for you. These are all the ideas that you can use. These are all the ideas you can take advantage of. And we're going to have a little snippet of the webinar that accompanies this guide just so you could see the beautiful and wonderful things that are going on and that you're missing out on by not having a strategy. No matter what business you are in, you're a restaurant, yes, you need a guide. Yes, you need a plan. Yes, you need a strategy to make that happen. There are many tips here. So in this guide, you will learn top strategies. You will learn top hashtags. You will learn content strategy. You will also see people, you also see other restaurants and all the wonderful things that they're doing that you can take advantage of. And then you also have ad sets. So if you want to market to people who love Chinese food within an area, if you want to market to people who love Italian food, direct marketing through Facebook and Instagram, you can do that. And we have all that information for you here. So again, if you're a restaurant, it's very important that you're on Instagram. We'll show you this brief little snippet of what the webinar entails. But then again, as I've told you, it's two things you have to consider. Get this guide real quick and get a strategy real quick, or call in your lawyer and start planning your retirement. Because at this point, if the numbers are saying this and you are not moving here, very soon you're going to start to see it in your numbers. So here's the guide. Enjoy it and just download. Go to our website, download the guide, and start winning today. Hi, our Instagram guide for restaurant and bar marketing is out. This I'm actually very excited about. If you want to know about top strategies to learn from top restaurant accounts, see actual direct links to restaurant accounts that you can actually click on directly and go see exactly what they're doing. Yep, right there. Commonly used hashtags for restaurant and food right here. You can actually click on them too. We've done all the thinking for you. You don't have to do it at all. And that's what this guide would be good for. And finally, we also have ad options for you. That is huge. Ad options that you can actually target. Do you know that you can actually target people within a location that like Chinese food? You can actually target people within a location that love Asian cuisine, that love healthy food, kosher restaurants, that love different kinds of cuisines. Yes, you have all those possibilities. So with this guide, that's available now for a simple token fee, as I would want to say, because this is going to bring a whole lot of, I want to say, walk-ins to you. This is totally what you would want. If you know of a restaurant that's really struggling and doesn't know, or they're trying to figure out what to do socially, this guide will totally help them. And why I think it's very important, I'm just going to go to this slide real quick. According to a research by ZZ, 18 to 35-year-olds spend 5 whole days a year browsing food images on Instagram, and 30% would avoid a restaurant if their Instagram presence was weak. This means it's very important for you as a restaurant to start thinking about doing stuff on Instagram right now if you don't want to risk being irrelevant, or unless you're thinking about retirement, one of those two. Because very soon, if you're not on here doing the right things, your restaurant is probably going to hear it, not in the way that you would want to. So this guide is available for you to learn. This guide is available for you to implement all these strategies. The good thing is, as I said again, you could just hand this over to your manager, your restaurant manager, your social media manager, and just say, hey, run away with this. But it'll be good for you to kind of understand the dynamics behind it, so when you see the things they're doing, you totally understand it. So the guide is available. Again, please visit the link to download it. And we hope it's totally and very helpful for you. Any restaurant owner that's not doing as great too, please feel free to refer this guide to them, because it would probably change their business. Not only will they know how to market, they'll see exactly what people are doing out there and know exactly how to communicate with the potential consumers to increase walk-ins and to increase takeout orders.